Hi, I'm Mindy, and I have a very special announcement today because Horror Mayhem is back for its third year in a row. And Horror Mayhem is a reading event created by the Bookish Bryants to read horror all month long. In this event, we recommend people to read books under 250 pages, especially if you are checking out horror, you haven't read a lot of it. It gives an opportunity to read a lot more things during the month, check out more authors and subgenres, and see what you like in the genre without the commitment to reading a really long novel. But of course, this is just a suggestion. If your heart is pulling you towards a longer book, please follow your heart. This reading event has weekly prompts. In week 1, we will be reading local horror. And this could be several things. You could read true stories or like true crime or ghost stories from your area or cryptids from your area. It could also be horror books written by local authors, and that's what I picked out for this week because I have some great choices for local authors. You could also take local horror to mean books that take place in your city, state, township, whatever, in your area. Then in week 2, it is movie horror. This could be nonfiction about horror movies. It could be books that have been made into movies or novelizations. It could be horror books about horror movies, like maybe it takes place on a movie set, or it's about a cursed movie of some sort. Week 3 is classic horror, and we are letting you guys decide what is classic horror. It is going to give us a chance to read some of the older stories, maybe foundational stories in the genre. So week 3 is for reading the older stories, classics. And finally, week 4 is contemporary horror, so the other side of the spectrum, some newer horror stories. This might be a good place to check out some indie horror or that latest book that's been all the buzz. Yeah, so contemporary horror, the end of the month, and that is the general prompts for the weeks. But this year we have a big bingo board to add on if you want to use it and see how many of the 36 prompts you can cover within the month. And there is a couple different options for the bingo board. There's more of a fun, scary board, and then there's like a more creepy board. Whichever one you like the most. The prompts are the same. And we also have graphics if you wanted just a checklist, check off prompts that you've covered, as well as a graphic for the 4 weekly prompts that you can print off. But the 36 prompts on the bingo board are like horror elements, things like dolls, clowns, curses. There's also subgenres in there, like maybe sci-fi horror or cozy horror or cosmic. And then there's other things as well, like a green cover, which is for a dedicated to Pax Panic, as well as a graphic novel or an indie horror or translated horror. So many things to explore, and it's just fun to see how many we can check off with each book, just for fun. I want to say big shout out to MJ from Reading This Live for creating all of the graphics for this readathon. And speaking of which, how about I tell you all of the great co-hosts for this readathon this year. There's a lot of us. So there's Alan from Big Hard Books and Classics, Christine from An Autistic Reader, Dave and Olive from Book Blather, Garrett from Books, Music, and Other Magic, Greg from Another Bibliophile Reads, Ian from B&B Books, Jessica from Bad as Rad 2, Jim from Jim Reads Too Slow, MJ from Reading This Life, Michael from Michael K. Vaughn, Nathan from The Rambling Reviewer, Ollie from Criminally, Paul from Reader's Retreat, Randy from The Literary Texan, Sean from Sean Standfast, and Steve from Steve Donahue are all the amazing co-hosts for this event. And we hope you have so much fun, because I know I am the host. We are all so excited to get started reading some horror, some shorter horror. And I am really looking forward to sharing with you my TBR, which will be coming soon. And I'll be back very soon with another book-related video. Thanks. Bye.